Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. I am doing a video tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right here. I hope you enjoy, and please don't forget to subscribe. It will be the first link right underneath the description box. And if you want a list of all the products that I used, if you would just click the down arrow on the right hand side of the box, it will expand the description box and I will link all of the products that I used today in that area. Thanks, and I hope you guys enjoy. Bye. I'm not sure why I'm even doing my makeup because the hurricane has arrived and we're stuck inside, but I'm bored, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to prime my skin with the Hangover RX Primer by Too Faced. And just doing a pump of that and massaging that into my skin. Okay, so I'm actually going to be using a drugstore foundation today, the L'Oreal True Match foundation. This is what that looks like, and I am currently in the color Warm or Sun Beige or W6. This is actually a really good drugstore foundation. I don't really like the bottle because it makes it messy for application, but I really love this foundation. And dot that on my face using the Morphe M439 kabuki brush. So I'm just going to start buffing that out on my skin. Okay, so I'm just blending this in on my face with the kabuki brush and just doing a little bit at a time. The one thing I really love about this foundation is that it's medium to full coverage, but it sits so comfortably on the skin and it really blends out beautifully. This is one of the very first foundations, liquid foundations that I used from the drugstore. It's really inexpensive. I think it's like, I don't know, $12 or something. And it works beautifully. I love it. All right, now I'm gonna go in and conceal, and I'm gonna be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light neutral. Put it on my forehead, down tip of my nose, and on my chin. What this does when you put it down the center of your face, it really helps to balance out the lightness from the concealer just underneath your eyes. And I'm using a damp beauty sponge to blend that in. Now that I've applied my concealer and foundation, I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm just going to take that Laura Mercier powder and press it into my eyes here. I haven't really done a full contoured look on my channel just yet, so I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia contour kit in the shade light to medium. This is what that looks like, and I'm gonna go in with the middle shade right here first to start carving out my cheekbones. And I'm gonna take a Morphe M523 brush to contour my cheeks. So when you're contouring, you're wanting to start basically at the top corner of your ear and bring the contour down, not all the way down to your lips, but in that same type of angle down to the corner of your lips. So right about here is where I'm wanting to put that contour. And just start to blend that out and carve out those cheekbones. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other cheek, again, going from the top of my ear down to the corner of my lip. And I typically bring it down about halfway on my cheek. I don't bring it all the way to my lip though. So I just brought that contour up on the corners of my forehead and at my hairline, wanting to keep kind of the middle area of my face light where that concealer is. So when you're contouring and highlighting, you're wanting to contour your face where kind of the natural shadows are on your face and highlighting where the sunlight would naturally hit your face. So you highlight on the tops of your cheekbones, kind of right above your eyebrows, your nose, above your lip, and you contour where those shadows are. And then lastly, I'm going to take and contour my jawline. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with that same contour shade and I'm gonna actually contour my nose. I'm using just a really small eyeshadow brush to make it more precise down the sides of my nose, and I'm not gonna do it too severe. I don't want my nose to look super skinny, but I wanna go in just to kind of balance out the rest of the contour on my face. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in and just kind of blend that out on my nose. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually going to press some translucent powder underneath my eyes and underneath my contour. This is called baking. And I'm doing that for a couple of reasons too, because I want to put powder underneath my eyes so whenever I go in with my eyeshadow, it doesn't, if I have any fallout, it doesn't ruin my makeup that I've already put on my face. And two, I'm wanting just to kind of really set the makeup that I have underneath my eyes and then underneath my contour. Not only one, to clean it up, but two, to make it really stand out, to be light and bright. So I'm actually taking my damp beauty blender here and just dipping that right into my Laura Mercier powder and just stamping that all underneath my eyes, just like so. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this and actually go underneath my contour here and just clean that up a little bit. This is a really good trick if you're just starting out with contouring. If you tend to get a little messy, you can go in and kind of carve out where you're wanting that line to be and just let that sit there for a little while, and then you can just brush it off and it will leave your face looking like you were intending it to. So I went ahead and did my eyeshadow off camera. Now I'm going in and finishing my brows. I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the color Soft Brown. Once I finish my brows, I'm gonna go ahead and do an in-depth tutorial on how I do my winged liner. I'm gonna brush off the powder that is underneath my eye using a larger powder brush. And then if you see underneath my contour, it kind of just wiped away any messiness that I had from that contour. So now I'm going to attempt to do a winged eyeliner on camera. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. I usually have to be really close to a mirror to do this. But I'm going to attempt it. I know I've had several people ask how I do my winged liner, so I'm going to attempt to do it. I go back and forth from using a liquid liner. The one that I use is actually by Revlon, I believe, and then between that and a gel liner. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a gel liner today. I'm using the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner in color Black is Black, and I'm going to be using a precise angled brush that I picked up at Sephora to apply that. So this is, I've had this for about a year, and this is what this looks like. So it lasts a really long time, and it's really inexpensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip this brush into this little pot of gel and wipe off the excess, and making sure that the angle, so the tip of this brush is super sharp and precise. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to create, so basically whenever I do my wing liner, I go in and I create a line from the corner of my eye out towards my ear, I guess you could say, between my ear and my temple. And from there, I connect that into the rest of my eye to create that wing and fill that in, and then go in and connect it to the rest of my lid. Okay, here we go. I think the key to getting a perfect wing liner is, one, making sure the tools that you're using, one, the eyeliner is very pigmented and black if you're wanting to do a black wing, and that the brush that you're using or the liquid liner that you're using has a sharp pointed tip. That way you can get kind of that winged point that you're looking for. Okay, so now I have the line drawn. I hope you can see it. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and connect that to create that wing. And what I'm going to do is, I'm actually not going to connect it from the point out at the very end. I'm going to connect that, I'm going to connect it from like the middle of that line and bringing that in. So right about here. So we've got the outline of the liner. Now I'm gonna go in and just draw from the inner corner and connect that up to the outline of that outer corner. Okay, so I've connected those, and now I'm just gonna go in and fill all of this in. Okay, so I've gone in and I have created the wing, I filled everything in, and this is the final product. Hopefully you can see that. So hopefully that was easy to follow along. Doing wing liner is really easy, honestly. It doesn't take that long. Doing it on camera and in a small mirror is honestly why it took me so long. But typically whenever I'm doing this, just getting ready, it'll take me about I don't know, 2 to 3 minutes. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye off camera. Okay, so I went ahead and applied my eyeliner on my right eye and then applied mascara. I'm almost done. I just have blush, highlight, and lips, and then this look is completed. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with blush. I'm going to be using MAC in the color Mocha today. It's a matte blush. It has a bit of a mauve undertone. I really like this blush for work, so whenever I'm doing my makeup for work, because it doesn't have any shimmer, it's pretty subtle. I really like it. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Morphe E4 brush and start applying this right over the top of my contour. And this blush, because I am a little tan right now, it takes a little bit more product than it necessarily would if I was a little fairer. And now I'm going to go in with Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Powder in the color Opal. This is what that looks like. I got this as a sample from my Beauty Insider points in Sephora. And I'm going to be using the Morphe M501 brush to apply that just to the tops of my cheeks. On my nose, my Cupid's bow, and whatever's left just above my eyebrows, just slightly. Ooh, that is a definite highlight. Okay, so last but not least, I'm gonna go in with lips, and I'm going in with MAC Pro Longwear Liner in the color Nice and Spicy. So I'm just gonna go in and line my lips and fill them in completely. This is a really pretty color just by itself. And fun tip, with the MAC Pro Longwear lip liners, you can actually wear them by themselves, and they wear a lot like a matte lipstick, which I love. Okay, so that completes lips. And lastly, I'm just gonna go ahead and spritz my face with the Fresh Rose Floral Toner. If you have the Urban Decay Setting Spray or Max Fix Plus, it does the same thing. All right, and that completes our look today. I hope it was helpful. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out or comment. Please don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't. And I will see you on my next video. Bye.